I destroyed my relationship to save her future, and it broke me. My ex was on a work trip for a week. The night before she came back I hooked up with a coworker after a dinner. I had been with my now ex-partner for almost 2 years. I had been cheated on myself before and told myself I would never make anyone feel the way I did. I loved her so much. I thought I was ready to let her go, but now that everything she had was taken out of the place I couldn't help myself realizing what a mistake I had done. I planned it all. I wanted to make sure she never came back. I made sure all her friends and family knew what I had done. I told them about it. She had been driving for about 4 hours up till that point to come home to a boyfriend she loved, and I sat her down. I told her straight to her face and watched the love from her eyes turn into hate. I lied to her telling her I slept with a coworker every night when I only did it the night before. I tried to make sure she would hate me by the end. I come from a blended family. My dad had 2 wives. They were both great. The second wife was my stepmom. She already came with 5 children, but my dad loved her. I grew up with them my entire life that it wasn't fair or right to call them step-siblings. I am the 3rd oldest from the family and the very first to move out of the city we all lived in. It broke my dad's heart. So much so that he turned in a sexual abuser to my stepsisters. I found that out a few weeks ago. I was on FaceTime, watching my mom and stepmom cry about it all. My now ex, Emma is her name, such a beautiful name, was right next to me at the time. She couldn't bear to listen to my mom defend my dad about it, so she walked out of the room. Every time my parents called she couldn't handle it. I know what she went through herself and I did my best to comfort her, but how could I? My own dad, who I knew was in the wrong, who was so messed up. I still stuck by his side. How could I love a girl I was hurting like that? I took a long time to think about the future. I sat her down in bed once and told her we might need to break up. She declined all topics on it. She fought against me, but I could already see in her eyes the way her future was going to be extremely unhappy. So I made my mind up. I couldn't hurt the girl I love. She deserved better. She deserved so much better than this. I started being more angry and pissy towards her so she'd hate the way I acted. I bought her the wrong flowers and blamed it on work taking the piss out of me. I slept earlier so we'd have less time to talk. I tried to create distance between us and I hated every second of it, but I said this is the right thing to do. This is how she will be happier in the future. She'll find a much nicer and taller guy that loves animals and hikes as much as she does. Then the week came where she needed to go to work out of the city we stayed in. I knew it was time and I hugged her so hard knowing the next time I saw her it would be over. I know what I did was the worst thing ever. I did it so she'd never come back, and even if she did her friends and family would stop her. I knew it. I planned it. I knew everything of what I was doing. I knew it was wrong to hurt the girl I loved so deeply. I didn't break down when I told her. I followed a script. When my friends confronted me I lied to them. I tried to make myself look as bad as possible so they wouldn't give me any support. I made sure all her friends knew. When her parents came I wanted her dad to punch and beat the shit out of me for breaking his little girl's heart, but he just asked if I was okay. I miss her so much, and more than anything I want to tell her it wasn't her. She wasn't the problem. No girl could ever be as beautiful as her. I didn't cheat because I lost interest in her, or fell out of love, or didn't find her beautiful. I did it for a stupid reason. I chose my family over the love of my life, and now I'll never get that chance again. I know I'm a terrible person. My brother told me I'm only feeling half the pain everyone else is feeling, but that isn't true. I feel it all. Because I've been there myself. I can feel everyone's emotion, including my own. I will never forgive my father, but I will also never forgive myself for making this choice. She will always be the love of my life even if I am not hers. She'll move on. I won't, and that's okay. Not really. I miss her a lot.